Hello guys, and welcome to another special outlook for what is now Tropical Depression 3. Now, I said earlier, once this got into the Bay of Campeche, it's going to start rocking and rolling. And lo and behold, it did start rocking and rolling. We now have our third Tropical Depression of the season, and here it is. It has sustained winds of 30 miles per hour, central pressure of 1,007 millibars. It's located 19.6 north, 91.2 west, and is moving west-northwest at 7 miles per hour. So it's going to be pretty much meandering here for the next couple of days before it starts moving somewhere along the coast. I would still be aware from anywhere from the Texas-Mexico border all the way to the tip of Florida. So just be paying attention to this. This has now become a tropical depression. And I wouldn't be surprised by sometime tonight it's going to be Tropical Storm Cristobal. So that's my predictions for the storm as of right now. Tonight, at some point before midnight, it will be Tropical Storm Cristobal. Alright, tropical depression forms in the Bay of Campeche, expected to strengthen and bring heavy rainfall for portions of Mexico. And now we got all this extra good stuff here we can take a look at. Let's take a look at that public advisory real quick. And for you guys that love to use compass numbers to track these storms, it's 290 degrees. It equals west-northwest, so there you go. Alright, tropical storm warnings is in effect for Campeche to Puerto de Veracruz. Hopefully I said that right, but very, very slowly. I'm not too brushed up on my Spanish, so please forgive me. A tropical storm warning means that tropical storm conditions are expected somewhere within the warning area within 36 hours. So this is going to be coming down on your guys' doorstep like soon. We're going to go look over key messages here. Key messages for Tropical Depression 3 can be found in the Tropical Cyclone discussion. Rainfall. Tropical Depression 3 is expected to produce rain accumulations of 10 to 15 inches over parts of Mexican states of Tabasco and Veracruz and adjacent portions of Guatemala. This system is also expected to produce rain accumulations of 5 to 10 inches over parts of El Salvador and Honduras. Isolated maximum rainfall amounts of 20 inches are possible in the Mexican states of Tabasco, Veracruz, and Oaxaca. In portion of Guatemala, this rainfall may produce life-threatening flash floods and mudslides. Tropical storm conditions are expected to first reach the coast within the warning area Tuesday night. So tomorrow night is when to expect that. And since it's so close to land, we're going to be getting special advisories every 3 hours. So the next one is going to be at 8 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time or 7 p.m. Central Daylight Time. And the next complete advisory, 11 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time or 10 p.m. Central Daylight Time. Forecast advisory. We'll see how this works out here. No, we picked the wrong one. We don't have a forecast discussion yet. Alright, I guess we're gonna have to wait until later tonight to read you guys one. So let's take a look at the wind speed probabilities here. And this is of tropical storm force winds. And as you can see, you know, in here, it's 5 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, 40 to 50, and then 50 to 60 right in the bullseye here. This is most likely going to become a tropical storm at some point, as I said, tonight, probably before midnight. And this is where the highest winds are probably going to be, right here in the middle. You know what, we're going to do a quick refresh here real quick and see. Okay, yeah, forecast discussion is now there. So let's take a look at it. Alright, so this is the forecast position in max winds, and right now it's 30 knots. I think this was lowballing a little bit. I think it's going to be tropical storm by 12 hours, and then they really start cranking it up at 120 hours as it goes to 60 miles per hour. And at this time we don't know exactly where it's going to be going yet, but this is the key factor you got to listen to right here. The system is forecast to begin moving northward across the Gulf of Mexico later this week. However, it is too soon, and specific the location, timing of any potential impacts along the U.S. Gulf Coast. Interests in these areas should monitor the progress of the system through the week and ensure they have their hurricane plan in place as we begin the season. And the amazing thing about this is it's starting exactly when the hurricane season starts, so there is no delays. The action is getting started early. I mean, hell, it's already gotten started early 2 weeks ago. So this is going to be pretty interesting to see what happens with this. What about arrival times here? Yeah, and as you can see, it kind of just meanders, and then it does this weird right-hand turn, like it's going right for Florida, but we don't know if it's going to go for Florida yet. It could go this way, it could go that way. I doubt it's going to take that ever elusive sharp left. I don't think that's going to happen if this pans out anyways. So that's the arrival of the winds. What about the cone here? As you can see, it's like right here. It still says it's tropical depression, and then it just meanders and just stalls. So, these areas right in here are gonna get torrential downpours as this just stalls out right over them. But you hate to see it happen. You hate to see a storm stall out over an actual populated area. And that seems to be the trend that we're going on these last couple of years, is these storms just stalling and just staying put in one area for an extended period of time. And that's a scary thing, right? So it looks like this is going to be doing that here for a couple days before moving off to the north and east, by the looks of it. Okay, here is the storm information from Tropical Tidbits, and let's take a look at this real quick. As you can see, it's looking pretty good. Oh, it's probably, hold on guys. Yeah, it's looking pretty alright. So it's just going to continue to get better organized, and as you can see, there's just flare-ups of activity just freaking everywhere in the Cancun, Yucatan Peninsula area. And then you got this heavy batch of rain coming in to states of Mexico here in the Mexican coast here. I don't even know if I call that the South North Coast, because that's kind of weird. I was trying to find a term for that. I'm just gonna use South North Coast for now until somebody tells me differently. That's kind of weird. Let's take a look at the forecast intensity guidance. And as you can see, a lot of these have this going to tropical storm status. And you can see the HWRF in the ship's model has this going to category 1 status, which is pretty interesting. And hi GFS, that's still down there, not wanting to do anything with it. That is a GFS model right here, if I'm not mistaken, the AVNI. And we got a few outliers here that don't want to take it to anything, really. Alright, well, let's take a look at the icon models. This is the 18Z run, because I don't think the 18Z run has come out for the GFS or the CMC yet. And you know what, hold on one moment, I'm going to change this to North Atlantic. No, actually, yeah, North Atlantic. And there you have it right there. That is our system right there, and you can see the isotherms trying to bend around it. So let's go out through time. And you know, this is the icon model, the one that shows a super powerful storm heading up to New Orleans. And it still shows it. It's still there. That's pretty interesting. Again, this is 5 days out, guys. If the icon is correct. If the icon is correct. That is a scary thought. And you know what? The National Hurricane Center's cone has pretty much shows that loop-de-loop like the icon does, and then going up. So we may be looking at this. Like I'm telling you guys, we may be looking at a major hurricane if this pans out, this icon model. Well, do I think it will happen? Probably not. But it's something to look into since this model is 5 days, 5 days out. So it's something you got to pay close attention to. Let's look at the GFS. I'm gonna see if the 18Z run has rendered yet. Nope, of course not. I guess we will look at those with my evening, late night update. Here is our system right in here. As you can see, this is part of the Central American Gyre according to the GFS. And we're gonna see what goes on from here. There's our storm, and the GFS kind of wants to kill off Cristobal in Mexico and form up another low to go right towards the Houston area, it looks like. So that's pretty interesting to see. Cristobal dies and Dolly forms. Which this is feasible because it's only like 8 days out. So you gotta take a little pinch of salt, but not like a whole grain of salt. So that's what the GFS shows. How about the CMC model? Once again, we're gonna see if the 18Z run is out yet. Nope. We gotta work with this. Alright, there's our system right in there, and it strengthens pretty solidly. Not into a hurricane, but a pretty strong tropical storm, it looks like, as it goes right into a New Orleans area. So if this pans out, New Orleans, you're going to be looking at 60-mile-per-hour winds with gusts up to hurricane force, most likely, if this pans out. Anyways, that is all I got for this update. I will be back tonight with another update on this system at around the 11 midnight hour. Alright, thank you for watching and have a nice evening.